work here. I was in the booth. Yeah, as a transgender artist, I generally find storytelling and art, like just about transition, to be trite and low-hanging fruit, bomb that dropped. But in this case, with this theme and with this weekend, I thought it was worth saying something, so I'm gonna sit down. So this is about my parents and about their parents. I figured out I was trans in late 2012 or something like that. My parents figured out that I was trans because the college newspaper mentioned me in an article. And it had like a little asterisk and a thing on the bottom explaining what they them pronouns were. And my parents read that article, and that's how they learned that, there was something going on with me. And they didn't bring this up with me at all for 3 months or so. And my mother was visiting college, and we were sitting in her car. We had just gotten dinner together. She was going to drive home, and we were sitting in her car, and she brings up this article and brings up sort of like, so this is like, are we ever going to talk to us about this? And I'm like, no, not really. And we have a sort of like small, quiet talk about me being trans, and she's like, well, couldn't you just like, I know that you don't like men or whatever, couldn't you just be like a good man and like make men better and like more feminine if like you are into femininity? And started talking about how worried she was for me, and how scared she was. And I was like, thanks, great encouragement, love it, I'm gonna go now. And like afterwards I was like, oh, I came out to my parents. That went surprisingly well. They didn't get angry with me. They didn't use my correct name or pronouns for like 6 more months. It turns out that you actually have to come out to people like 2 or 3 times before they actually get it. By the time that they were actually getting it, I was presenting more and more feminine, and eventually it got to the point where I was going to have to go home to Thanksgiving with my mom's parents. And one of the things, my parents don't come off very well in this story, and like I'm sorry to them, but I'm telling it anyway. My mom would sat me down, I think I was also in a car, and was basically being like, Swift, I'm okay with you doing all these things. I'm okay with you dressing up in this way, but until you've really figured it out, can you not dress up like this for my mom? I don't know how to explain it to her. I don't know how she would react. I think it would just be easier for everybody if you were to present in boy mode. And I was like listening to her say this, and we had this conversation 2 or 3 times at different points, at different family events. And I was thinking, I didn't tell you because I didn't know how you would take it, and I didn't know how to explain it to you. And now that you know, you don't want to tell your mother because you don't know how to explain it to her, and you don't really understand, and you don't know how she's going to react. And I noticed this happened with my father too. But it came from a slightly different place. And my dad was one of the things that my dad said when I was talking about going on hormones was, look, you're too young, look, everybody in their 20s has weird feelings about gender. I mean, I know that I did, but you get over that. You don't make a scene, and you don't make decisions about your fertility based on it. Which was suspicious, and I really feel like we need to talk about that at some point, Dad, because you could just not be a dude. It's a possibility. You have the option. And later in that sort of first couple of years, we were going to my cousin's wedding, and my dad was also, again, asking me, hey, look, I'm supportive, I get this, I know what you're I don't understand what you're doing, but could you not dress up in a dress to this wedding because it's your cousin's big day, and we don't want you to take the focus off of him. And at that point, I said, no, fuck you, I'm gonna wear my dress. And the cousins reacted 0%, totally unfazed. Nobody gave a shit. And when my mom finally did tell her mother that I was trans, my grandmother's reaction was, oh, that's nice, there's a bisexual senator now. I'm not sure who she was talking about, but she was very supportive. So, to tie it up in a moral, be careful what you're afraid of, because you don't want to make your kids afraid of it too.